What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Guys, we have NBA Friday. I have my 4 favorite free plays for you all coming right at you guys. All right. Now, before we get into today's picks, let's just quickly recap Thursday Night Football. A bit of a heartbreaker game for us. We had Ibuka over 6.5, 7 targets. Finished with 6 targets. It really sucks. Rashad White, we had over 27.5 rushing and receiving yards combined, finished with 26 right on the dot, so 2 away from hitting that. And then David Sills, man, we had the under 21.5 receiving yards. I took it last Sunday, and he didn't even catch anything, nothing. And tonight he went for 78 yards. He hadn't gone over 20 the entire season. I don't think he had 78 yards combined the entire season. It was that bad, and he just had a career night. Credit to Kirk Cousins and the Falcons for beating the Bucs on that last-second field goal. So, bit of a heartbreaker for us in that. And then Jamal Murray, our bonus play, I think he's still going on in the fourth quarter right now, but he's not having a good shooting night. Last I checked, he was like 4 for 12 from the field, had like 11 points, and he had like 9 either rebounds or assists. But anyway, his line was like 35.5. Probably not going to hit it unless he goes off in the fourth quarter, but it doesn't matter anyways. Our 2 other picks didn't hit. So that's that. Now, guys, I'm taking tonight's picks for NBA on Betr. All right. New users can use my code TEACH10 when you sign up, and you'll get a free $10 just for signing up. All right. You also get up to $200 bonus on your first deposit when you do deposit in the app. And then also, Betr's going to give you a free Anthony Edwards square for this Friday night slate for NBA. So all you have to do is get 1 point or assist, and you boost your multiplier. All right. Now, if you're not using Betr, you guys can use Chalkboard. Same deal, same code, TEACH10. All right. You'll get up to 100% match. That's $100 bonus cash when you do deposit on Chalkboard. They also give you free drops and free profit boosts every single day in the app with daily drops. So go check that out as well. All right. Enough yapping. Let's get into today's picks. Okay, starting us off, my favorite free play of the night for this NBA Friday. It's Anthony Edwards himself, over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Here's what I love about this play. He's gone over this line in 7 out of his last 10 games, where he's averaging 40.7 points, rebounds, and assists combined, right? And looking at these last 10 games, he's had 3 games where he's gone under, where it's just not been great shooting nights. But other than that, he's been going pretty bonkers. Like, look at this. 50, 54, 44, 46, 41, 53, 51. Absolutely insane. And looking at this matchup against the Warriors, they are pretty good defensively. Not as much on the rebounding side, but they do defend well against shooting guards. Top 10 in all 3 major stat categories for this play. So you're like, oh, that probably doesn't match up well. Well, sure, but if we look at some of these games where Anthony Edwards has gone over his line here, look, top 7 team on defense in the Suns, top 12 team in the Spurs, top 5 defending team. Those Celtics defense is really good, went over. Top 2 against the Thunder in a game that they lost, went over. All right. And then again against the Suns where he went over. So against top 10 defenses, he's still able to get the job done. So that really doesn't discourage me all that much. If anything, that means he's going to be in a closer game against a good defense, and he's going to have to dig it out and kind of find a way to get those points on the board for this Timberwolves team, because he is the star of this team. Also, something to note here, look at his field goal percentage. He's shooting 53% from the field, and he's shooting 44% from 3 as well. So that's really helps us out as well. He's been shooting the ball really well over these last 10 games. That's really going to help us out. Also, the man plays almost like 40 minutes a game. So he's going to be on the court a lot. He's going to have a lot of chances to be scoring the basketball and dishing out to his teammates, picking up rebounds. So I really love this play. Anthony Edwards is going to go over 36.5. Now, I've been seeing some lines of 37.5, depending on what book you're using, but I'm getting 36.5 on Betr. So, guys, that's why you got to get on Betr and get these lines, all right? Now, pick number 2. We're hopping right in. Same game. We're going Jimmy Butler over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Here's what I like about this play, all right? Now, this line's kind of been at 30.5, 31.5, kind of depending on where you're at, seeing it at. But 31.5, look, he's had 3 games where he's gone 31 and then in one game where he went 30. So this is a pretty sharp line, all right? So does make me kind of nervous, but he's hit it in 5 out of his last 10. If it's at 30.5, he's hit it in 8 out of his last 10. All right. But in this matchup against the Timberwolves, Timberwolves are another like top 10 defense in all major stat categories. But against small forwards, they are terrible at defending in these top 3 stat categories. Bottom 3rd in the league in all 3 major stat categories, 23rd in points allowed, 20th in rebounds allowed, and 23rd in assists allowed. And with the amount of volume that Jimmy Butler gets, especially with playing over 31 minutes a game and shooting 53% from the field and 55% from 3, even though he doesn't shoot a ton of threes, this is all playing into our favor for Jimmy Butler to put up some great numbers. And look at these potential numbers as well. 13.5 potential assists and pretty much 12 rebound chances a game. So he's getting double-digit, essentially. He's getting like a triple-double potential in these last 10 games. So we really, really love that. He has the chances. He's playing those minutes. He's doing everything he can while he's on the floor. He's making the most making the most out of his time on the court. So that's just who Jimmy Butler is and has been his entire career. So I absolutely love this play in this game to go over. So Anthony Edwards and Jimmy Butler are going to be facing off, going back and forth, just going off, trading points. So wouldn't that be something to see? All right. Pick number 3, we're going Jalen Wells over 14.5 points and assists. One of the big things on this one, John Conchar. Sorry, I botched that. John Conchar is out of this game. He's going to undergo surgery to repair torn UCL in his left thumb. So that just means there's going to be a few extra minutes for Jalen Wells in KCP. So that helps us out here as well. And looking against this Utah Jazz, they're matching up with this Utah Jazz, man. They're just terrible. 29th in points allowed and 29th in assists allowed as well. And really bad against the shooting guard position, especially in terms of points. Much better in terms of assists. But look at this, 26th in the league in terms of points allowed, giving up nearly 30 points per game to the shooting guard position. So Jalen Wells just needs to get like 13 of them. He can get 2 assists. That's easy, right? So really love that there for him. He's gone over this line in 8 of his last 10, where he's averaging almost 18 points and assists per game. You can see he's actually hit this in 7 straight games as well. So trending very well on this line. So I love this for our third play of the game. This should be really good for this matchup. All right. Now, before we head into our final pick, guys, if you're not on Chalkboard using my code TEACH10, or on Betr using the same code TEACH10, get on there. And, guys, I'm giving you a free month of VIP in my Winnable store where I post my picks before the YouTube video comes out. I give out my favorite free play about an hour or 2 before the YouTube video drops, so that way you can get the pick a little bit early and play around with what you're liking, what you're seeing on the board for yourself that night. And all you have to do is text me a screenshot that you're using my promo code on Chalkboard or Betr to this number, 443-267-8895. Just text me a screenshot. I'll hook you up with 30 days free of VIP picks. All right, our free picks have been doing pretty well recently, especially in the NFL. So we've been kind of crushing it there. So if you guys want to get that stuff early, go ahead and get on there, man. All right, I'll hook you up for 30 days free. I usually give it for $49.99 for a month. I'll give it to you for free for 30 days. Yours free for 30 days. That's all you got to do is just sign up, text me, and I'll get you guys hooked up. All right, now heading into our final pick of the night. It's Lauri Markkanen, over 6.5 rebounds. A little bit of a safer play here. Line's kind of in a weird spot in terms of where the odds are, as you can see on Sleeper there, minus 149. DraftKings got it at minus 150, kind of floating around this 149, 150 odd line, versus if you go to a 7's where the line is really at. 7.5, you're getting plus money. So 6.5 gives us a little bit of a safety net, but not as much return on our play, obviously. But here's what I like about the 6.5 line for Lauri Markkanen. He's gone over in 7 of his last 10. He's actually hit this in 5 straight, where he's averaging 8 rebounds a game over that stretch. So love that. against this Grizzlies team. They're about middle of the pack in terms of rebounds allowed, giving up a little over 43 rebounds per game. Against the power forward position, they're a lot worse, 22nd in the league, giving up double-digit rebounds per game to the power forward position. Lauri Markkanen plays almost 35 minutes per game, and as you can see here, in his last 5 games, he's actually been playing like less minutes. Last game, he played only 26 minutes of blowout loss to the Knicks. He had the most rebounds over the last 10 games. He had 9 rebounds. So he proves he doesn't have to play 30-plus minutes to hit this line. It would be ideal if he did because you get more chances. But, yeah, he doesn't need to play that much to get this line as of recently. So he has an eye for the ball coming off the basket, grabbing those boards. So really love this to round us out for our 4th pick. All right. Now, guys, let's just quickly recap before we head on out of here. Okay. Reviewing these 4 picks. All right, so we have Anthony Edwards over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jimmy Butler over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jalen Wells over 14.5 points and assists. And Lauri Markkanen over 6.5 rebounds. Now, guys, if you don't like one of those picks, you can swap it out with the Anthony Edwards free square on Betr. So if you don't want to take the Anthony Edwards PRA line, just swap it out for the Anthony Edwards free square. All you have to do is get 1 point or assist, and he cashes. So you can swap that out, and it'll still be the same as a normal play to boost your multiplier. All right. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you like these picks that I'm giving out. I've been enjoying this a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow for Saturday picks.